Alright, hey everybody, it's Joe from NC Piedmont Outdoors, and I'm still here at Lake Hartwell with my friend Mark, and he has a brand new set of, or system I should say, for packing and storing his camping gear. And I've asked him again to do another video for me like he did with his camp kitchen video, to kind of go through all this stuff and kind of show you exactly how he put it together and just go step by step through it. So I'm going to turn it over to Mark and let him take it away.
Alright, hey, thanks Joe. So as Joe said, I've kind of transitioned to a new system, and I'll give you a little background, right? So the reason I went to a new system is I've been diagnosed with like rheumatoid arthritis. So I had, big totes. I had a really big camp kitchen, and it really stored a lot of all of the tools, the ingredients, spatulas, everything I needed, the stove, and it was great. And it was only about 2 totes, but they were really heavy. So I was watching a YouTube channel, and I wish I knew which one it was, but they were talking about tool storage and how they've transitioned to tool storage for some of their camp stuff. And so I started looking at it, and I think it was like Husky they were using, and yeah, I just started looking into it, and I came across the Flex Stack Pack. And what really drew me to the Flex system is its functionality and all of the features that it has in it, right? So just going to go through what I bought and the reasons why. So the first piece is the bottom, which is the key to the whole system. It's called the rolling toolbox, and it's a really big, just empty toolbox. And so in here I have a lot of just my bigger items, barbecue set. I actually have the stove, my gas 1 butane stove in here, fuel. I have my large knife in there, weather radio, grilling mats, and most of my fuel, like my reserve fuel. So I have my immediate fuel and another, the medium organizer, where I can easily access it. So this has a lot of my items that I will not need immediately, right? So as you can tell, pneumatic gas struts on the, so it won't fall on you. If you're really interested in this for tools, they have things that bolt onto this top piece here that, when you lift it up, drill bits, socket sets, everything like that. So, I mean, in essence, it is a tool storage, but it's just too good to pass up. So I went ahead and tried that, right? So on the outside, looks real good. I mean, real sturdy, real solid, clamps down, no problems. And you may not be able to see them on the rolling storage, but you can see on the sides, there's these metal rails on it, and none of the other storages had that. So Milwaukee has a system, Klein Tools has a system, and they're all very compatible, around the same price point. It's just, what do you want in your system? So this one had the ability to bolt on these rolling storage hooks, right? And so basically it gives you the ability to hang something off the front. And so I was like, this is a really good system. And all of the little components, as you can see, have that little rail system on the front that you can attach things to. And I'll shrink this down for you so you can see how tall it is, right? So with the handle, it's a decent size, right? So my truck, the truck that I drive, is a Ram 1500 with a tonneau cover on it, right? So with the tonneau cover fully closed, this won't fit underneath it, right? So one of the features about this is that you can just pull the handle and it comes off, right? So it's these little green tabs, you can just click them and it'll slide right out. So that system, right, at this height, fits right under my my tonneau cover. Put that back in. Push it in, and it locks in. It doesn't come all the way out. The other little thing that I really liked about this system is how they all connect with each other, and all of the different vendors have different ways of connecting. Milwaukee has a different way, Klein Tools, Craftsman, Rigid, they all have different ways of locking in. And so these are external for the most part, and you can see these are the main clips that when you stack, things get locked in, right? There's also these 2 things in the middle, and I'll get to those in a minute. But the main thing is these on the side, right? So if I just have a couple things, I also have the Flex Stack Pack crate, right? Milk crate. It also has these little things that clamp on. So you can just come in, clamp it on, and there you go. Beautiful addition, just locks right in. It also has those little things on top. So to disconnect, you just kind of pull on the sides and take off. And the beautiful thing I did with this guy is went ahead and put the mounting brackets on the back of the crate. So those lock in to the rolling cart. And so I can roll it around. So that's what kind of formed the base of my system. And I went with the crate because it's open-ended. I can keep it open and put larger items in there, like my lantern. I have a Dometic water jug that fits perfectly in there, and so it just works really good. The second piece I want to show you is the medium organizer. So they have a full-size organizer that's double this, and it's all one. And I went ahead and I was going to try and organize things by type, right? So this one specifically is my cleaning organizer. So I've got my sponges, I got wet wipes. Here, I'll go ahead and open it for you so you can see inside. So, you know, my dish soap, towels, wet wipes, my cast iron brush cleaner. So all of it fits in really neatly. They came with a lot of organizers like this, small ones, and I went ahead and just took them out. I kept this one in there because it fits really good in there and it organizes it, keeps them all separate. You can lock that in there. Boom, boom, right? And if you notice, this one, it's not a full length, right? So I can't clip it in on this side and I can't clip it on this side. But that's what those little middle tabs come in for, right? So you can pop that up, slide the back in, and clamps right in. It's in, right? So perfect, right? So it fits right in there. I also have a second one, right? So this one has all my cooking utensils in it, right? So I have my parchment paper in here. I have my aluminum foil. I have my NC Piedmont Outdoors Windsor toolkit, or fork, knife. So it's really good. So measuring cup, my teaspoon, tablespoons. Also have my pot lifter in there, as well as my meat thermometer. So yeah, don't want to die of salmonella. So all of that fits in there perfectly. Again, this has the same, it's the same box, so it's got the same features. Pop up the other side, and there you go. So there you got both of those in there, right? So that's really good. And you know, suppose it's one of those things you want to, man, I wish this was smooth. I wish I could put something on here, I could write on it, I could put a stove on there or anything else like that. Well, the crate comes with a wooden lid to it. And it goes right on top. So it all packs together and it's all interchangeable, right? So you don't have to stack things in a certain way. You can customize this any way you want, and it all interacts together. And I really like it. It's a really nice countertop on it, really nice. It's meant for writing, but you can do anything you want on it. Like I could put a fireproof sheet on it, like a grill mat, and then put like my burner on top and just cook away on it, no problems, right? So let's just say this is kind of short though, right? So let's just say I wish it was a little bit higher, right? And honestly, I couldn't fit all of my camping items in just this area, right? So I also have what they call the Flex Stack Pack 2-drawer system, right? So it's got a smaller one drawer, and then it's a double size bottom drawer. Let's go ahead and bring that out. Right, and let's just say I want to put these on top of that double drawer, right? So you can just pop these off. That's a little catchy. The little gotcha on these sometimes is you have to lift the handle in order to reach the latch to release them. Before I put this on there, that's the thing, if you leave these up, that's another little gotcha. If you leave these up and you put this 2-drawer system on there, it'll latch, but you can't open the bottom drawer. I did that when I first got these. I put it on there and I was like, man, this is buzzing, I can't open the bottom drawer. And then I took it off, and just by like, that doesn't look right. And so I put them down, and then I was like, the drawer opened. So if you get these, be on the lookout for that, right? So you don't need them, put them down there. Boom, boom, a little force, it goes right in there. So this is the 2-drawer system. Opens really good. I've got my cutting tools in there, camp tools, my reef knife. Got it at the Blade Show a couple years ago. Really good knife. This is also where I keep my fuel. So I've got my butane fuel, and I have those little canisters, those little camp canisters, isobutane, I think. And so that fits in here as well. Also have my Goal Zero solar for charging my cell phone, and a knife sharpener. So all of that fits in this top drawer pretty nicely. Some lights as well. There's a problem though. You got to put everything back exactly how you found it. And that fits in there. The bottom drawer is double the size of the top drawer, and they also have a 3-drawer unit, but I wanted something that was a little bit deeper so I could put my bigger items in it. And so I've kind of used it as my pantry. I probably won't do that in the future, but it has my bush pot in it, syrup, has my freeze-dried meals in it, some potatoes that we're gonna eat a little bit later on tonight, or I'm sorry, not tonight, but steak night. And so it's really good. One of the things that I'd seen on another YouTube channel was that the double drawer doesn't slide as well as the single unit, and they're right. The top unit is super smooth. It's super smooth and it closes no problem. The bottom one, it's not bad. It's just not as good as the top drawer. So one thing to kind of keep in mind, if you don't need the extra depth, I would go ahead and go with the 3-drawer unit just because they roll really easy. Okay. So again, pretty good, pretty manageable, not bad weight, perfect. And again, I didn't want one big tote because it was just too heavy. So I can roll this around to my truck and then take the individual units out and put them in the back of my truck, and it's made it just much more manageable for me. So again, this unit has the tops on it, so if I wanted to go ahead and just put these on there, and off she goes, right? So again, manageable, not bad at all, right? And you know, if this suits you, then this is really all you need to get, and it'll be perfect for you. But again, I still had more items that I needed, so I also got the I think it's called the suitcase toolbox, and so that fits on top of the double drawer. So we'll go ahead and we'll pop these off again, and again I'm just putting these on so you can kind of see how interchangeable the whole system is. The medium, say that again, it is the suitcase, right? So again, the little middle things are up, they don't need to be. Put them down. And then they click. And this guy is more of my light box. So I have all my light accoutrements. So I have my little lanterns. I've got my Claymore. This is a new addition. kind of a lantern. It looks really good. I bought a little hanger and it fits right over Joe's NC Piedmont Outdoors Coleman stove, so he can cook at night. Have my Davos, I think I'm pronouncing it right, Davos, and you'll see that a little bit later. It's a really big lantern, so it sits really high up, tripod about 10-12 feet above us, gives us light all over the campground. Also have my little UCO light, very handy for either in the hammock or if I'm in the tent, it hangs from it. It's been a great little light, not super bright, but I don't need it, especially if you know, you have it in your tent. So you hit it once, you get a white light, you hit it again, you get a blue light. So that blue light's really good if you have to go to the bathroom. So if you're in a campground that doesn't have a lot of light, this is perfect for it, because you can just kind of leave that, you hit it twice, get the blue light on, go stumble to the bathroom, and you come back, you can see your tent, so you don't stumble into somebody else's tent. So that's not good for anybody. Lanterns. Also have my Goal Zero lantern. I've had this probably almost as long as any other light, and it's been great. So again, kind of like my light specific one, and closes, latches, perfect. And so one thing that you might notice about this box that's different from the others are these metal side rails, right? And so Flex made these rails, and you can put them on any of these systems that you can see have this metal sidebar, right? So you just bolt this little black piece onto any of these little mounts right there, 1, 2, or 3, wherever you want that height, and it puts this little side mounting rail, right? The main purpose of that rail is for tools. So Flex also sells battery powered tools, and they all have a little clip on them, and then you can just clip them on, put them there. One of the things that I found out was kind of cool from some video is that the organizers that come in the tool storage also fit in there. So this was one of them. And it fits right there. It fits perfect. So pretty sturdy. I mean, if you hit it from the bottom, it's going to pop out, but you can put some pretty heavy stuff on it. So if I'm camping and I have this next to a table, sometimes I'll put like some of my sauces, some of my seasoning in there, and it just stays in there, so I don't have to keep opening or take up table space, knock something over. So it's been really handy when I can kind of be in close proximity to what I'm cooking. So the other benefit of this is sometimes if you have that tabletop, and if you're out somewhere and you don't have anywhere to put it, like on a table or anything like that, you can also hang it. It has these little metal pieces slide in there, right? So it just hangs, it's just gravities, right? So you can move it if you're gonna move it small distances, you can move it. I wouldn't, if you gotta go downstairs or anything like that, I wouldn't leave it there, it may pop off. So again, it's perfect. And again, if you want it, if this is the height you wanted, all right, make sure the little tabs are down. Pops in there. There you go, right? Again, manageable, right? So if you put the whole system together that I've assembled, again, there's different size organizers, there's a medium toolbox that is sold as a kit. It sells with, if you go, I think either Lowe's has it or Acme Tools has it. It'll give you the rolling, the medium, and I think the suitcase, and it's, I think, $2.99 for all 3 of those. And I just didn't want the medium toolbox because I thought it would just be really too tall for what I wanted. The space would be great, I just thought it would be too heavy, and I didn't want to put that much stress on this handle. The good thing about, or one of the key features why I was considering the medium toolbox, is that it has the same pneumatic struts on the lid. And Milwaukee, Klein, at the time, they didn't have that pneumatic assist. And so that's what really kind of drove me to this. That and these features that you can hang things on the outside, I thought they were really cool. And so if you put them all together, just pop the top off, put it on your stove, pop off these middles, And there you go. So this is all the pieces I have, and it's worked out really well. This is our first trip. This is the maiden voyage of the Flex Stack Pack for my camping needs, and it's worked out really well. I still don't have a solution for longer items, like I have a longer axe. One of the great features of this, again, are these rails, and they have little attachments that you can put on the side that you can hold a level, right? So you can slide a level in and hold. And the great thing about it is that if you have an axe handle that is as narrow as a level, you can slide it in there. And so I might experiment with that, as well as putting taller items and maybe bungeeing them around so that they don't fly off to the side. So again, you know, the crate, I forget what these brackets hold. I think it might be like 150 pounds or anything like that. So if you have light items, you can actually get a second crate and just put the crate on top. So I mean, it's kind of like Legos. It's Legos for tool storage. And so yeah, it's I'll be honest, it's not the cheapest version out there, but I really do think it has the most features. And I've watched a lot of videos, and you know, not to knock Milwaukee. Milwaukee's got a great system. Their connection system is a little bit different. It's from the inside, and it's not exposed, right? So that was what one of the knocks of this guy was, is that when you you know, leave it off, I'll pop this off, you know, and you're walking around with it, these little plastic springs loaded are exposed. So, you know, something falls on it, you drop something on it, you go to put something heavy on it, you know, there's a possibility that it could break. But you know, I'm not going to be on a job site, so I thought, you know, the chances of that were not going to be, there wasn't going to be much of a chance of it. So I like the color scheme too. I like the gray and the black, mostly for camping. You know, Milwaukee's red, so, you know, stand out, big red. Klein Tools is orange, so big, bright orange boxes. But, you know, for tool storage and anything else, they're definitely within the running. Those are the three that I was really looking to choose from, was the Milwaukee system, Klein, and Flex Stack Pack. But the outside features, the adaptability and the versatility of adding things to the outside, as well as the color scheme and just the amount of different boxes that you can bolt onto this, which I mean, you can go to flexstackpack.com, look at their storage solutions, and you can see all of the different ones that they give you. So yeah, that's a pretty good rundown, and it's working out really well.
All right, Mark. Well, again, you know, Mark and I have been friends since freshman year of high school, and we get together once a year to do some kind of camping adventures. And this year, we ended up coming to Lake Hartwell because of the hurricane damage in western North Carolina. It's where we usually go to Camp Chihuahua, or Chihuahua Point Campground. We couldn't make it there this year because of the hurricane damage, so we had to pivot. Came here to Lake Hartwell. It's a beautiful state park. We have our cabin here right on the water, and you know, every time I go camping with Mark, he always brings the coolest and newest tools and toys. So this was his new toy feature, as he said, his maiden voyage for our camping trip. And as you can see, pretty versatile system. So again, I love it when Mark goes through his stuff that he has, just like his camp kitchen video, and this one's awesome. So if y'all like what you see, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe, and we'll have another video for you soon. So if you're interested in the Flex Stack Pack, Mark got his at Lowe's, but you can go to what, flexstack.com? Is that?
You could check out all of the boxes at flex.com or Flex Tools, and you can see them there. But Lowe's carries it, as well as Acme Tools online. So if you want to look at them online, I recommend Acme Tools. So I got pieces from both, right? So Lowe's didn't carry everything in the store, but Acme Tools did have everything online. So I got what I could, and I can't believe you used the word pivot. So anyway.
All right, anybody, we'll have everybody, thanks for watching. Appreciate all the likes, comments, send them in. We'll get the questions answered. We can get them over to Mark, and he can answer if you have any. And we thanks for watching, and we'll have another video for you soon, everybody. So take care. Thanks for watching NC Piedmont Outdoors, camping, fishing, and hunting adventures.